Hello and welcome to the first of my hobby vlog style videos here at the A.R.A Railroad channel. I really hope you enjoy this because today I'm going to be painting my sky backdrop on the wall. So the aim of this video is to show you how I'm going to go about putting a sky backdrop on that wall. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see, maybe you can, I've put my laser set there, so I've got a laser level. And the plan is to mask off at that level because that's going to be roughly where the lower baseboard is going to be, which is the first one I'm going to be working on. And then raise the laser up and put a line and mask off at the top above the two upper holes, probably just below that little kind of like what we'll call over here Kapachka, the little cover for the electrics. And then between the two, paint with sky blue paint, and that's as simple as it's going to be. I'm not going to do any clouds yet or anything like that, just going to paint with sky blue, and I'm really hoping that Rosie, my daughter, is going to join me for the painting. We did buy a little roller for her and she can potentially just get stuck in as long as she wants. So first thing though is to do the masking. So I've got some masking tape. I thought I had some wider than this, which would have been better, which is annoying because I've just been to the shop and I could easily have bought some wider, but never mind. And I'm going to go over here. We can see where the laser level is, right over here. Start off just underneath it, because that was my plan, and then run all the way around, checking with the laser level all the way. Laser levels are a great idea. The only problem is this masking tape seems to be rubbish. It's already not sticking. I don't know. Right, I'm going to see if I can find some different masking tape. Or it might be that I can end up heading out to the shop again sooner than I meant. I hope this masking tape works. I have quite old masking tape. This might be old masking tape. That might be why I don't want to stick. Yeah, this isn't wanting to stick either. I may end up having to hit the shops again, which I really didn't want to do. No, that's not going to work. Rubbish. Right, I'll stop this clip now and go and have a look in my stash of masking tape and see if I can't find some that might stick. And if not, then I'll have to go out to the shops, buy some more and come back, which is a shame. But it is what it is. This is the challenge of buying stuff in bulk and then storing it for ages. So once I've got that stuck, I will turn the camera back on and we'll have a look at the actual painting process. So I'll get this all masked off like I've described. Well, I finally found some that would stick, and now I'm set up to start on with my painting. So the first thing I need to do is actually mix the paint, because unfortunately they didn't have any sky blue. They just had this really dark blue, which is a very nice shade. Give it a shake. Never very nice shade, not shape, shade, but I want it to be lighter than that. So what I've done is I've got the blue and I've got some white. Give that a big shake as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm not worrying too much about getting it all exactly the same shade as I go, because the sky is not all the same shade, but I'm just going to put a bit of each in, mix it up in here, and then slap it on the walls. So unscientifically, look to see whether I can do it roughly 50-50. So I think that's about what I want. So put a dollop of that in and a dollop of this in. Who knew model railways was all about so many different skills when doing a model railway. Home decorating, I think we can fit this one in, and colour theory. And what I'm going to do, let's move the camera a little bit so you can see a little bit more what's going on inside there. That's better. Right, I can mix this now, and then I can add more or less blue or white as I need it. Get a nice light blue sky colour. I think that's coming on nicely, isn't it? Look. I'll definitely need a lot more of this, but I don't want to mix too much up at once, mainly because I don't know how much time I've got right now to work on this. So I just Rosie is not going to help me on this. She got her pretty dress put on and as she knows she can't wear that when she's painting, she's decided that she doesn't want to paint. But she said she might come and help tomorrow when I'm doing the second coat. So right, that looks like a nice enough colour. What I'll do, I'll turn the camera around, I'll put some music on, and we'll start slapping it on the walls and see what it looks like. Well, that first mix didn't go far, so I'm going to continue on roughly the same as 50-50 that, so I'm going to put quite a lot more in now and get cracking on around the rest of it. I will put the camera on. I'm not sure how much of this I'll include in the video, but I'll put the camera on and record all of it. But I will need to do a second coat as well tomorrow, like I say, but I'm going to get as much as I can done today. That was very, very fast, so I'm hoping that I can do all of it. We shall see. Let's mix some more up and see how far the next batch goes. Well, as you saw, my daughter did turn up. She changed her mind, changed into some old clothes and came and had a great time slapping some paint on the walls. It looks all right. I'm pretty happy with it for a first coat. I am going to do a second coat tomorrow and I'll bring you along for that as well. And then that should be good for a backdrop. Now, this is not going to be the final backdrop. Obviously, I'm going to put some clouds and some other things, and there is going to be a whole load of stuff going on in front of it. But it will just gives us a solid colour that then means that I'm not having to lean over the top or stand on my track or whatever when I want to slap on a big amount of paint. Everything else will be small things. Now, just to make it very clear how this is going to be working, I will have a shelf over the top which will have some lights for the top level. The top level will be running below here. And then the first level which I'm doing is going to be between there and here. So anything below, it doesn't really matter if I've gone over, and you can see my masking tape, it fell off multiple times, really, really annoying. It doesn't really matter because there is going to be, the baseboard will be here, and like I say, there will be a light, kind of light shelf coming out over the top as well. So it's not the worst thing in the world if there's a little bit missing, a little bit over the top. I just didn't want to paint the whole wall and waste paint. That was the whole thing. So yeah, pretty cool. Very excited right now because this is truly, really is my first proper progress on this. Obviously, having the holes drilled through and not through in the last couple of weeks or last month or whenever it was a really big moment. But this is me doing it, so I'm very, very excited. So I'll be back again tomorrow for the second coat, and then that will wrap this very short video up. And after that, I'm going to start building the frame for the bottom and thinking about what I'm going to do for the middle and the top as well, because I think I want to do all the woodworking at once. So that will be a second video. But for now, let's wrap this up and then I'll be back tomorrow for the second coat. Well, I came up to do a second coat and I think actually I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. I am going to put some clouds on it and do some stuff like that. And that is a good coverage with just one coat. So I'm just going to not bother to put a second coat on. There's no point in wasting the paint when it looks this good. And also the other thing is Rosie didn't really want to help me today, and I did want to do it with her. So if she'd have wanted to help, I would have done a second coat. But as she doesn't, I'm not going to. So that is how I've gone about starting off my backdrop. I'll wrap this video up here and record another one later when I come to do the details on the backdrop, once everything is in and I see roughly what I'm going to do, where the buildings are going to go and all that sort of stuff. So that will come at a later date. But yeah, this is the first vlog. There'll be more coming over the coming weeks and months as I progress this, and I know what I'm going to do next. But you'll have to wait until you see the next vlog land to find out about that. But to give you a hint, it's going to be something to do with woodworking, but not bench work. not yet. I think I'm going to do something else first. So if you can guess what that is or want to make any suggestions in the comments below, please do. That would be awesome. But otherwise, thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is a very new channel. Hopefully this will slowly grow over time, the same as my layout will. And more of you will join me on the A.R.A. Railroad and on this awesome adventure. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Leave me a comment below, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one.